Changing the roofing on your house is a major home improvement project, and I wouldn't blame you for wanting to call in a pro. But let me tell you, with the right planning, materials, and attention to safety, tackling this yourself can save you a pile of cash and give you that feeling of accomplishment only a true DIYer knows. We're gonna walk through this process together, step by step, so you can get the job done right. Now let's get up on that roof and get to work. First things first, we need to know what we're dealing with up here. Before you even think about tearing off a single shingle, you need to assess the situation. Start by checking the overall condition of the shingles. Are they curling, cracking, or missing altogether? How about the flashing around vents and chimneys? Is it rusted or damaged? Pay attention to the gutters too. Are they full of shingle granules? While you're up there, check for any signs of sagging or unevenness in the roof deck. And don't forget to check the attic for any signs of water damage, like stains on the wood or insulation. Now once you've got a good handle on the condition of your roof, it's time to break out the measuring tape. We need to figure out the total square footage of your roof so you know how much material to buy. Remember, safety first. Working on a roof can be dangerous, so always use a secure ladder and wear a safety harness. Now that you've assessed your roof, it's time for the fun part, picking out your new roofing material. There are a ton of options out there, each with its own pros and cons. Asphalt shingles are affordable and come in many styles. Metal roofs are durable and energy efficient. Clay or concrete tiles offer a classic look and durability. Wood shingles provide a warm, rustic appearance. Slate is incredibly durable and long-lasting. Consider your budget, home style, and climate. Take your time to research and choose wisely. Now, let's move on to gathering the tools and materials you'll need. Alright, now that you've got your roofing material picked out, it's time to gather up all the tools and materials you'll need. First, you'll need a sturdy ladder. Invest in a good quality extension ladder. Next, a roofing nailer will save you time and effort. You'll also need a pry bar, utility knife, chalk line, tape measure, and a safety harness. For materials, you'll need underlayment, drip edge, ice and water shield, and flashing. Make sure you have enough of everything before you start. Let's get started with removing the old roof. Alright, it's demolition time. Tear off that old worn-out roof and get ready for the new one. Remove any obstacles like satellite dishes or antennas. Start at the peak and work your way down. Use a pry bar to lift shingles and remove nails. If shingles are brittle, use a shovel. Once all shingles are removed, tackle the flashing. Pry up flashing around chimneys, vents, and skylights. Replace any rusted or damaged flashing. Inspect the roof deck for damage. Clean up all debris from the roof. With the old roof gone, we can finally start putting the new one on. But hold your horses. Before we lay down those shingles, we need to install the underlayment. This crucial layer acts as a water barrier, protecting your roof deck from moisture and preventing leaks. First up, install the drip edge along the eaves of the roof. This metal strip helps to direct water away from the fascia board and into your gutters. Now, roll out the underlayment, starting at the bottom of the roof and working your way up. Overlap each row by at least 6 inches and secure it with roofing nails. Make sure the underlayment is smooth and wrinkle-free. Next, it's time for the ice and water shield. This self-adhering membrane is installed in valleys, around chimneys, and along the eaves in colder climates. It provides an extra layer of protection against ice dams and water damage. When installing the ice and water shield, make sure it overlaps the drip edge by at least 2 inches. Use a roller to press it firmly into place, ensuring a good seal. Installing the underlayment correctly is crucial to ensuring a long-lasting and leak-free roof. This is it, the moment we've all been waiting for, installing the new roofing material. Before you start nailing, snap a chalk line along the bottom edge of the roof to ensure your first row of shingles is straight. Now, begin by installing a starter strip along the eaves. This strip provides a solid base for the first row of shingles and helps to prevent water from seeping under the shingles. Once the starter strip is in place, you can start laying the shingles. Begin at the bottom left corner of the roof and work your way up and to the right, overlapping each row according to the manufacturer's instructions. Use 4 nails per shingle, placing them just below the adhesive strip. As you're working, keep an eye on the spacing of the shingles. It should be consistent throughout the roof. Use a shingle gauge to help you maintain the correct spacing. When you reach a valley, cut the shingles to fit and overlap them by at least 6 inches. Don't nail within 6 inches of the valley center line to allow for water flow. After you've covered the main roof area, install the ridge cap shingles along the peak of the roof. These shingles cover the ridge vent and provide a finished look to your roof. Your roof is really starting to take shape now. Alright, we're in the home stretch now. The new roofing material is down, but we're not quite finished yet. We still need to install the flashing around chimneys, vents, and skylights. This is a crucial step that prevents water from seeping into your home through those vulnerable areas. Start by installing flashing around any roof penetrations such as chimneys and vents. Use metal flashing that's at least 4 inches wider than the penetration on all sides. Cut the flashing to fit snugly around the penetration and secure it with roofing nails. Next, install flashing around skylights. Use a combination of step flashing and head flashing to create a watertight seal. When installing flashing, always make sure it overlaps the roofing material below by at least 4 inches. Once the flashing is installed, seal all the seams and joints with roofing cement. This will help to create a watertight barrier and prevent leaks. Proper flashing is essential for a leak-free roof. Take your time, do it right, and don't be afraid to call in a professional if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. Now, let's move on to the final steps. Alright, take a step back and admire your handiwork. The new roof is on, the flashing is installed, and your house is looking pretty sharp. But before you crack open a cold one, we've got a few more things to take care of. First things first, let's clean up this mess. Roofing jobs are notorious for leaving behind debris, so grab a broom and a garbage bag and start picking up any stray nails, shingle scraps, or other debris. A magnetic sweeper is a lifesaver for finding those pesky nails that always seem to hide in the grass. Once the area is clean, it's time for a thorough inspection. Start by walking around the perimeter of your house, looking for any signs of loose shingles, exposed nails, or other potential problems. Then grab a ladder and carefully inspect the roof itself. Pay close attention to the flashing around chimneys, vents, and skylights. If you find any issues during your inspection, don't ignore them. Even small problems can turn into big headaches down the road, so it's best to address them right away. A little bit of attention to detail now can save you a lot of time, money, and headaches in the future. Congratulations, you're almost there. The new roof is on, the debris is cleared, and you're probably itching to call it a day. But before you pack up your tools and head inside, there's one last step, the final inspection. Now, depending on where you live, you might be required to have your new roof inspected by a professional to ensure it meets local building codes and standards. Check with your local building department to find out what the requirements are in your area. Even if a professional inspection isn't mandatory, it's still a good idea to have one done, especially if this is your first time installing a roof. A qualified inspector can spot any hidden problems or code violations that you might have missed. Getting a final inspection gives you peace of mind knowing that your new roof was installed correctly and meets all the necessary safety standards. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, from assessing your old roof to installing the final ridge cap, but there's one thing we've talked about in every single chapter that's more important than anything else: safety. Working on a roof is inherently dangerous. One wrong step or a moment of carelessness can have serious consequences. That's why it's crucial to prioritize safety throughout the entire roofing process. Always wear a safety harness when working on the roof, even if it's just a small repair. Connect the harness to a secure anchor point, like a roof bracket or chimney, and never ever work on a roof alone. Always have someone on the ground to assist you in case of an emergency. Before you even step foot on the ladder, inspect it carefully to make sure it's in good condition. Pay attention to the weather conditions. Never work on a roof during a rainstorm, high winds, or extreme heat. Remember, your safety is paramount. Don't take any unnecessary risks. If you're ever unsure about something, stop what you're doing and consult with a professional. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of this DIY roof replacement journey. You've learned a lot, you've worked hard, and you've saved yourself a bundle by tackling this project yourself. But remember, roofing can be a dangerous and technically demanding task, so if you're unsure about any step, it's wise to consult with or hire a professional roofer. Safety first and happy roofing.